Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Jolina and today I prepared an airbending and today I prepared an just keep rolling. I'm just going again. Hi, my name is Jolina and today I'm going to be showing you a yoga flow that is inspired on airbending from Avatar: The Last Airbender. And yeah, a lot of the moves I incorporated have a lot of almost opening and freeing components, so I think that is pretty spot on with the element of air, so I think you'll like it. Let's get started. Welcome, my wannabe airbenders. Today we're going to start on all fours and we're going to do some cat-cows, which means sucking in the belly, arching, and then opening it up, allowing the belly to drop, coming back in. And now we're going to do some circles, and I really want you to explore your body. This is a great move to start your day, especially if you just woke up. And now we're just going to come up into a downward facing dog. We're straightening out the legs, stretching out the hamstrings, straightening out that back too, especially. That's actually more important. And then pedaling out the feet, just feeling everything and then reaching that right leg back and opening up the hip. And now we're just going to rise that right leg and draw it forward and come into a warrior one position. Grounding ourselves with the legs, but rising up into the sky. Nice job. And in here, we're just going to shift the weight into our front leg and coming up to warrior three, almost like an airplane. Our arms are back and we are just balancing and really stabilizing through that standing leg. Good job. And now we're going to come out and into a warrior two position and coming back and forward. Nice job. Again. And then this time cartwheeling down and going into a low lunge and just really stretching out that front hip. Sink through the back leg and allow that hip to stretch while opening through the chest. Here we're going to twist to the side and open up. And coming back forward, down and into a downward facing dog once again. And here we're going to move into a plank, dropping the knees, chest, chin, and into a cobra. Here really opening up that front. And then I want you to come down and then lift up, opening that chest. Interlace your fingers and allow your body to glide forward, coming back down and really kicking into your hands into a bow pose. And just feeling the suspension, like maybe you are in the air and you're being hung by a thread. And now push all the way up and back into a downward facing dog. We're going to do the other side. Kicking that left foot back and then straightening out that leg eventually before coming forward into a warrior one. Letting your arms rest for a little bit before we shift our weight forward and go into a warrior three. Really stabilizing through the legs and glutes. And yeah, having the arms shoot back as if you were in the air. And then coming back into a warrior two. It's a very wide stance. Make sure that your front knee is right over the ankle, stretching the body in these little arm movements here. And then now we're going to cartwheel down and go into our low lunge on the other side. Rising and letting yourself grow up and feeling free. And twisting to the side, really trying to make sure the hands are right in front of the chest. And yeah, coming forward and back into a downward facing dog. Good job. So we're going to stay here for a little bit before moving back into that chaturanga variation. Knees, chest, chin, and then stretching open that front chest area with this cobra. And then moving the hands back and just going into that almost suspension kind of pose. Like stretching the shoulders open, allowing everything to rise, coming back down and kicking up into the hands into this ultimate suspension. Yes, just feel like you're in the air and only your lower abdominal area is supposed to be touching the ground. And now we're going to rise back up, push up, and then go into a downward facing dog again. And now we're going to our next segment. And here we're going to just start with a right tree pose. The feet is right above the knee, definitely not on the knee. And you're just balancing here. Hands to the chest, feeling calm inside and at peace. And then kicking it forward and down and switching sides. Good job. I feel like I say that a lot. Yeah, you're just trying to take a few calming breaths and kicking it forward and down, and we're going back into a downward facing dog. Pedaling out the legs. And this time we're going to walk our hands into a forward fold, bending the legs, allowing the spine to be straight. And then here we're straightening the legs, pedaling it out, and going back in, and just hanging there like a rag doll, opposite arms touching. And then now we're just going to roll up. And yeah, like a string was pulling you. Hands up to the sky, back down, and now we're just going to do another little back bend, arms interlacing, and then now we're going to come back into a forward fold. And just stay here, relax. Good job. I keep saying that. Fantastic work, my friends. And now we're gonna come into a chair pose. And so yeah, the feet are touching now, and we're going to rise onto our tippy toes, arms back, almost like an airplane. And yeah, we're now just soaring through the sky, depending on how vivid your imagination is. And then coming back down into a chair pose. Good job. And then sinking all the way down into a squat. I'm gonna come to the forward. You can just stay where you are and just go into a goddess squat. And then now we're going to try for crow pose. Now this is a very more advanced pose, so just try and put your knees on your arms, near your armpits, and then really trusting yourself and expanding through the arms to try to suspend yourself. I give it a couple tries, so this is where you can really express yourself through your body and just be free, and hopefully you can hold it for a little bit like I did over here, just a tiny bit before coming back down. And now we're moving on. And so we're going to go into a child's pose and just relaxing here before the next part. We're going to a plank. What we're going to do is move our right leg through and holding ourselves up here. Really just opening it up and twisting, coming to the other side and folding into like an open leg kind of position. Yes, just trying to keep the back flat and going towards the floor, energizing. And then come back forward, kicking up in the same position, bringing the leg back, coming into a plank, core is tight, and doing the other side, twisting over and then folding. You can rest your head on your hands and just relax here. And then come up back into that same fallen triangle position, coming back into a plank, keeping the core tight. Now we're going to come into a side plank, and we're going to move the leg up, so a bit more strength involved here. If you would like, you can be on your knees for this, and then going to the other side and doing the same thing. And here I'm not doing it, but try to keep your hand right underneath your shoulder. And we're going to do it one more time, and this time we're going to go back into a wild thing. It has many names, this pose. It's also called rock star, but I don't know. I like to call it wild thing. Now we're going to go to the other side, and then bring the leg up, and then over into a wild thing. You can see head is reaching, everything is opening up. And now we're going to come back into a plank. Here we're going to just energize through the toes and hands and core. And yeah. Now jumping forward and rolling down onto our backs. And now we're just going to take our arms and shift them directly underneath our body and just stretch out the shoulders and chest again. I incorporated a lot of opening moves because I thought it reflected the air. And now we're going to move our arms back and rise up into a wheel pose. You can stay in the bridge if this is too advanced for you. And here I go onto my tippy toes to just feel that extra stretch, you know. Just stay here. Feeling almost like you're levitating and then coming down, shoulders first, not head first, and then rolling up. And we're just going to open our hips a little bit with this windshield wiper movement, side to side. And just allowing the hips to be stretched. Yeah, just breathing normally and just allowing the body to relax after this practice. And twisting here, nice spinal twist. And coming out of it and doing the other side. So I think airbending is really about freedom, openness, and what better way to do that than a breathing exercise. So now we're going to come to the center of our mat and we're just going to do some breathing, you know, air. Okay, so we're gonna breathe in once in our nose and then out 3 times also through our nose and pulsating the belly as you do it. And now I'm just going to stop talking and let you relax and breathe. And then now we're going to return to a normal breath. And yeah, I think Aang will be proud of you. And congratulations on being a certified yogi airbender. Congratulations! You've reached the end of this video. I'm so proud of you. Aang is so proud of you. I kid you not. Even though he's a fictional character. But you know, we all want them to be real. In here, okay? And yeah, I hope that this yoga flow freed you, made your mind more open, and will help you have a more spiritually connected day. You know, all that spiritual jazz. So I hope you like this. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for more content. Thank you!